As we know, there are 29 million small businesses in America. They are the backbone of our economy, and this morning, Senator Stabenow and I and colleagues have our eyes on them.
This great recession that we're faced in, it's certainly the worst. I've owned a business for over 30 years myself and been through some ups and downs in the economy, and this is definitely the worst. And small businesses have been hit by three things. First, the immediate downturn with the loss of sales and revenues for their company. Then the credit crunch. So whatever financing they have has been carved down, rates have been increased, or they can't get new loans. And then third, now they're being slammed with double-digit increases in health insurance.
This Congress has responded. Since returning this year, Congress has focused on creating jobs on Main Street. In the first bill signed by the President last month, putting Americans back to work, under the New Hire Act, businesses who hire workers who have been unemployed for at least 60 days are entitled to payroll tax exemptions. In addition, the Hire Act includes a $1,000 income tax credit for any businesses that hire new employees in 2010 and keep the new hires fully employed for 52 weeks.
You know, there's a lot of companies out there uncertain. They don't know where the economy is going. They listen to economists debate back and forth, is it over or not over? And some of them see opportunities. But, you know, can they get the financing? Should they go for it or not? Those are the kind of decisions they have to make. Well, they see this jobs tax credit out there. That's an incentive to go forward because it's going to be cheaper to hire and create the job. There's 6 million small employers out there with employees. If 1 out of 6 hired one employee, we'd have 1 million new jobs, right? So we don't need every small business to create one job. We only need 1 out of 6 to create it, and then we would have 1 million new jobs. What happens with 1 million new jobs? That's 1 million new paychecks. Now that's going to benefit every small business because those 1 million new paychecks are going to get spent.
This year, starting now, there is a new small business tax credit to offset the costs of health insurance, and I was very proud to author the provision having that take immediate effect. It's an important provision for us, for employers with 25 employees or less, and that begins this year. It's also important to note that in healthcare reform, while a small business with 50 or fewer employees is not impacted in other parts of the bill, they will have the opportunity, once this new pool is set up, to be able to purchase with more clout by bringing small businesses together in an insurance exchange so they can have the same kind of clout as a big business in being able to get more competitive rates. And so small businesses are very much winners in the health insurance bill that we have just passed.
This really is going to be a great asset to small businesses in our state and across this country. Do not listen to all the naysayers, all the people out there who are saying this is going to be a crisis for small businesses, we are going to crumble under the financial pressure. That is simply not true. In South Carolina right now, we have less than 40% of our small businesses with less than 50 employees that can even afford health insurance for their people. They are now going to be eligible for a tax credit, whether they are already offering health insurance or they're not.
This Congress is proud of the many steps we've taken to stay focused on Main Street, to stay focused on the entrepreneurs that are in rural communities, small communities, medium-sized communities, and on main streets throughout America. This Congress is focused on them because we know that it's in these small places, in urban and rural areas around our country, that the recession will begin to come to an end and jobs will be created.
Going forward, we are working together with the Small Business Committee and the Finance Committee on which I sit to bring forward another specific small business jobs bill that will build on President Obama's recommendations that we eliminate capital gains for small business stock and that double the deduction for startup for companies, expand again SBA loans, and also create a new lending program with community banks that will redirect some of the dollars being paid back by the large Wall Street banks back into job creation through small business with community banks. So we have been focused. We will continue to be focused on small business. That really is where the majority of jobs are being created. We in this country have benefited by an entrepreneurial spirit, that that person who's working out of their garage or in their basement, developing that new idea, patenting that new product, that is able then to step out and hire people in the community and be able to grow. Those small businesses are critical to the future of this country, and we understand that, and we are laser focused on supporting them.